Hi, my name's Olivia, and I'm going to show you my process on how I make my videos. This particular process is on the protection magic video that I'm making, and this is more how the usual videos go compared to things like interviews or vlogs, because those are a little bit different. These are more so my instructional videos, I guess, and yeah, I'm going to show you kind of my process. Hopefully we're going to do this from start to finish. I don't really know how well I'm going to figure this out, but stick around. First thing first, obviously, I figure out what I'm making my video about. I have a whole list of ideas in my bullet journal of different things that I want to make videos about, or ideas that maybe I don't have a full fleshed out idea quite yet, but it's just kind of the title of the video. Or, somebody would mention, oh, I would love to see a video on this, and I would jot it down so that I can kind of brainstorm on how to make that in the future. For this one, I'm making a video on protection magic. It's really crazy that I haven't made a video on this quite yet because it's really important. I wanted to make sure that I did it right. So I have a couple of different resources. I have a few physical books and then books online and different resources that I'm going to be pulling from, and then I'm writing all of those resources down. So you can see in this one I've already marked a few different things that I want to reference in the video, and I need to take note of all of these references so that I can add them in the description and add them in the video. And now I'm going to basically take all of the things that I have taken note on and want to reference in the video, and I'm going to put it in an outline. So what an outline is essentially is that write it down on a notepad just somewhere to kind of like put everything in one spot to kind of figure out the skeleton or the structure generally of what I want the video to be. So most of the time it would start out with intro of kind of the little quick tidbits of what we were going to cover, and anything like if I have a sponsorship or something that I want to shout out, something that I want people to know, from the very beginning. And then afterwards, it's kind of that like breakdown of all of the little bullet points and then the bullet points within the bullet points for each video, and kind of figuring out what the structure is for that. So that will take me usually, depending on how big the video is, anywhere between 2 to 6 hours. It just depends. And of course, I'll cut that up. I won't usually do it all in one sitting, depending on what kind of video it is. But for this one, I want it super in depth, and I want to make sure that I cover a good amount of surface area so that people will leave the video at least feeling like they got something from it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this and outline it, and then I guess I'll meet you back when I start on this again. Okay, it is filming day. I have pretty much my outline finished, and basically it's just all the things that I want to make sure that I cover, and I just ran up 3 flights of stairs. So yesterday I got all of the outline done, or pretty much all of the outline done, and these colors make me look nice and pale and gothic, and it's great. So basically now all I have to do is film it. So I'm gonna sit down and film the A-roll, which is just me going to be talking to the camera, and then I also need to film all of the B-roll. B-roll is basically all the extra aesthetic type of clips. So anything that you see like slow motion or showing an item or a product or me doing something would be B-roll. I'm gonna be doing that, especially for the intro. I'll be making some tea prior to filming, and then I'm gonna film the A-roll and then hopefully knock out the B-roll today. We'll see. hard? I've been doing this for like 2 years. Why is this so hard? Okay. So it's my last day of filming, and by filming I mean more so B-roll, which means I just need to get kind of the overlay videos that go on top of when I'm talking and get footage of the jewelry and the books that I mention in each of these videos. I decided that I'm splitting this video up into 2 different videos because it would be a really, really long video if I didn't do that. So that's what we're doing. We're getting the B-roll, and then I'm gonna throw it all into the computer, move everything to the hard drive because it's the first day of Mercury retrograde, and I learned the hard way the last 3 retrogrades. So we're going to be moving everything into the hard drive so that, you know, I've got it backed up because not my first rodeo.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on.
Alright, so I am in the home stretch. I am now moving all of the files from my SD card onto my computer into a specific folder. Let me show you. So I'm just moving everything from here over to here. Blue light glasses on. Gonna get ready to edit once all of these move over. I'll leave my glasses linked down below or where I got those because I get a lot of questions on them every time I wear them in a video. Alright, so I'm moving all of those over, and then once that's finished, I will just bring them all into Premiere Pro is what I use. It may be pricey, but if you use it upwards of 6 times a week, you know, it's worth it. And for the thumbnail, for this one, I am probably going to use a photo that I already took.
My will is strong with a place to lean. In the moment I hung desperately. The other ring on my wrist is gold, pairing with the light it holds. When I return from my skin and bones, I'm remembering the words you told me. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone.
Alright, so I'm at my dad's today. I'm still editing the protection video. It's going up next week, but I get all of my videos done a week before they go live so that my Patreons can have a week for early access. So I have, today's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I have 3 days to get this done. I should be able to get it done today because I am just chilling at my dad's and that's it. So I'm far away from everything else. So I'm hoping that I can just sit down and bust this through and hopefully start working on the next video and just try to catch up and get ahead of myself because I have other projects that I'm also working on that I'd like to spend a little more time and energy on. So if I can bust through like 2 or 3 videos while I'm out here for the few days visiting my dad, then I don't know, I might have some time, so we'll see. Alright, so I just finished doing the A-roll, which is just the footage of me sitting and talking, and now I'm going to go back over everything, make sure that everything's cleaned up, the music is in the right place, you know, just all the details. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to be adding any titles that I need to add or B-roll over when I'm talking, just so that it's more visually interesting, and any pop-ups or things like that. And as I go through, every time I mention some kind of reference, like a book or another video, I'm going to be writing down at what timestamp that I need to go back in and add which card that pops up like on the side at what time, so that it's easier, so I don't have to watch the whole, you know, 12-minute video all over again in order to figure out where that goes. So I'm gonna rewatch the whole thing, add all of those things in, and then watch it one more time to make sure everything is solid and dandy. And then I'm gonna start working on the thumbnail and the description while it's exporting. I don't know if the heater is really loud, but sorry. When I take my notes, I'm usually writing down the little pop-up, the cards that go in the top left, and also the timestamps. And then on my notes on here, on like the little notepad that the computer comes with, I keep track of the music that I use, and I link the tea and any other resources that I mention that I don't want to write down the whole link here on. So that's another thing that I also keep track of as I'm going through for the second, third, maybe fourth time, depending on how much is in a specific video. And because we're working on the protection magic video, there's a lot in here.
Life keeps spinning, no one's winning. Are we ever gonna stop pretending that there's no
Okay, so
ending?
I finished that in 2 hours actually, making good time. And now I am exporting it. So first I need to export it onto the computer to make it a file to then upload it to YouTube. So it's a process. But while it's exporting, I am going to work on the thumbnail. So when I'm doing the thumbnail, it's usually either a photo that I already took that I can create to be the thumbnail, or I'm going to have to kind of like screenshot something if I didn't plan it out correctly. But I did take some nice photos, so I'm gonna use those. My little helpers. Dimitri, come here. Come on, Dimitri. So it's 6:45, and I usually try to stop working around 6 or 7 latest, or I'll work all night. But I think I uploaded it around 1, so that means it's been 6 hours, and my dad's Wi-Fi is not the best. It is at 34% after 6 hours. And it's a 10-minute video, or it's 11 minutes. So it shouldn't take terribly long to upload, but the Wi-Fi here is really shoddy. There's also no cafes in this tiny, tiny town that he lives in. I mean, there are cafes, but none of them that were open or still are open that I can go over and upload it. Luckily, like I said, I try to upload things early, so it's not a huge deal. I can always do that tomorrow, but that just means that I won't be able to stay for the days that I was hoping to stay. I was planning to stay up here for like 2 or 3 nights. Because I also work with the Witch's Box, I can't not have Wi-Fi. So I might have to leave tomorrow instead of stay for 2 or 3 days like I was originally planning, just because without Wi-Fi, I won't be able to do any of my work. Like at all. It's all good. I just hope that it can be uploaded tonight, hopefully, so that I don't have to like pause it, but otherwise it just means that I'm going to be reading a lot, and hopefully I'll finish my book tonight, because I think I'm about halfway through, so I could definitely finish half a book in a night. Ha! Okay, so I'm back home. I did the thumbnail, I got it exported, I got it uploaded, and got the description done and everything, and that's it. I uploaded a week early, so my Patreons have a whole week, or at least a minimum of 4 days to watch the video before everybody else. So that's why you'll see some comments that are like 5 days ago when my video just got released to the public. But yeah, pretty much the whole thing. It usually takes me about 4 to 5 days to finish a full video if I actually set times to eat lunch and get off work and all of that jazz. Unless I decide just to work the whole night through and, you know, not eat and stuff, then I can finish a video in 2 days. So that's it. That's my work week mainly. And if you have any other questions or anything else that you'd like to see a video on how I do, then let me know, because, you know, I'd love to take you along for the ride if that's interesting for you. But that's all for this week. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and as always, best of luck, be kind to each other, and may your gods treat you as you've treated others. Bye. Oh, I've got a really cool video for you next week.